I was gonna make my bed for this because I was like, oh, you know, nice aesthetics, but Khepri's chilling, and if you think I'm gonna move her, you're wrong. Alright guys, today we're gonna explore the Reddit page, Not How Women Work, but first off, I am gonna let you know, Allie and I did break up. We broke up a little bit ago. I explained it on TikTok, so I'm just gonna insert the TikTok where I explain it here because I don't really feel like repeating it. But if you just straight up don't care and you're just here for today's video, you can go here to skip forward. Because my ex was in them. Yes, we broke up. We broke up a little bit ago. Obviously, we handled it behind the scenes. We no longer live together. I have Khepri and Skipper as far as the cats go. This is the only time I'm gonna directly address it. We both agreed we don't want to make this some huge, drawn-out thing. We were just not meshing anymore. Our personalities were getting super different. We were growing apart constantly. We didn't want the same things anymore. And while these are things we tried to work on behind the scenes, it just wasn't working, so we decided to end it. Also, for full transparency, we both did social media before we met each other, and we both want to keep doing it, so we decided to block each other's names and words having to do with breakup on all of our socials. You can still comment their name or the word breakup, but you'll be the only person that sees it. We did this because one, when you're trying to move on with your life, it's really strange to get constant questions and comments on videos that have nothing to do with it. While I understand it's natural to have curiosity and questions, and that I totally understand, it doesn't mean I want to see it. On top of that, information moves so slow on the internet. Whenever I have a video go viral, I still have people comment things like, oh, I haven't seen you since you had ginger hair, and that was 3 years ago. So I just don't want that to be something that happens with my ex. They wanted me to take those YouTube videos down, and I also wanted to take those YouTube videos down, like I said, for the sake of just moving forward. But I do think a lot of them were very good and had a lot of good information in them, so I will be kind of remaking them. Not really remaking them, but making new videos on the topic to cover those topics again. Yeah, I really didn't want to make a why we broke up video, because that just feels odd, but I will let y'all know since y'all knew us when we were together. But that's that. People need to understand this. A woman can only get pregnant during ovulation, which is 5 to 7 days per month. If you don't have unprotected sex during that time, you simply won't get pregnant. Women don't even need birth control. I literally know women in their 30s who think they can get pregnant at any time from having unprotected sex. Oh, women are just so stupid. They don't even know how their own reproductive organs work. Your opinion is wrong. A woman can get pregnant at any point in her cycle. When she ovulates, that's when she is most likely to get pregnant, but it isn't the only time. You're 100% without a doubt wrong. I mean, my 10-year-old would beg to differ. Yes, we love people telling women how their reproductive organs work when they quite literally live the experience. This is my child. One time I had somebody actually get mad at me on the internet because I referred to my cat as my child. People really are looking to be upset over the cutest of things. This is just dangerous. Going out and saying this information is ridiculous. Okay, what if a man believes that? Then he'll probably try to have unprotected sex more with women rather than less. What if a girl reads that who hasn't quite gained the knowledge yet of her reproductive system and believes it, and then starts having unprotected sex with men and winds up pregnant at a younger age because, when you're younger, you tend to not have as much information. This is so dangerous, so before anybody believes it, you absolutely can get pregnant at any point. Yes, ovulation, as the other person said, is more likely, but you can still get pregnant when you are not ovulating. For the love of God, please believe me. Sources. Ooh, this one's a spooky one. This is scarier than Halloween. This is scarier than my box set of Chucky. This is scarier than my smile in that last frame. What do we got here? Oh, we got a hot little number. Oh, what's this on the floor? A book. Ah, yes, book. Book, walk with book. Big learn, big study, smart women. Because naturally, hot women cannot be intelligent. I also like how she goes from blonde to brunette, but not dyed brunette. There's shades. She goes from bleach blonde Playboy bunny aesthetic to natural blonde to a dirty blonde to a reddish to a brunette to covering more body. Okay, there's no correlation between how much clothes you wear to how intelligent you are. I don't know how I want to wear my hair today. Do you know how many people strip to put themselves through college? Quite a lot, actually. Girl have books, so must be big smart. Listen, I'm gonna stop you right there. As a reader, As an avid reader, it depends what you're reading. I'll tell you what, the Carmilla x Laura fanfic I was reading did not give me as much information as the Wake of the Plague book I read. Well, I mean, I guess it depends on what you mean by information. Because at some points of that fanfic, I felt very informed. How did she move where her hair was growing from? Okay, this isn't just like men not understanding women. This is a man not understanding how humans work. Wouldn't you know from your regular life experience that hair parts? I mean, even if you were born bald and never had the ability to grow hair, wouldn't you still understand from looking at other people how parting hair works? From movies? From honestly anything? This one has me baffled because it genuinely feels like an alien coming to Earth and like putting on some human makeup and trying to fit in, being like, how does she move where her hair is growing from? I do not understand. Oh, they did Jamie Lee bad in that photo, as they should, Girls have it harder than boys. Eye roll. We get kicked in the balls. Girls treat us like shit. Girls only want money in a relationship. Depression, ADHD, anxiety, school. Boys have it harder. The way that like almost all of this pertains to women as well. Do they really think boys are the only ones that go to school? Sorry, women. School's for boys only. Get lost. Oh God, what's gonna happen to Book Girl from the last meme? She's gonna be devastated when she finds out she can't go to school. Depression, ADHD, anxiety, ah yes. Women can't have mental illness. Women are just hysterical and should be lobotomized. That's so wild to me because there is like a whole stereotype that like women are just crazy, women are just full of mental illness, but then like, they're turning around and being like, boys have to deal with mental illness and girls don't. And so that makes us like have a much harder time in life. Bitch, we can all get diagnosed, let's go. Girls only want money in a relationship, that's just flat out a lie. Have you ever spoken to a woman? Like, yes, some women want the stereotypical, like, stay-at-home wife, husband go to work, but when you talk to a woman, they're like, I would really like a boy that understands me and appreciates me for who I am. Or sometimes you talk to them and they're like, I would like another woman. Really just depends, you know? Girls treat us like shit, and do you think the boys are just saints? Once again, that's like a case-by-case basis. We get kicked in the balls. And some women out there have to give birth, ripped from the V to the A. It's just, like, that's the thing, is we could sit here and we could compare, but everybody has their own struggles, whether it is gender struggles or whether it is just personal struggles in life, whether it's racial struggles or sexuality struggles or finance struggles. Like, there are so many different things. That's why intersectionality is so important to pay attention to. Ugh. It's not boys versus girls. Who has it worse? Why did I sound like I could voice act in a Nickelodeon show? Come on guys, get in the bus. We're gonna go beat the girls. It's not even that funny. It's really not. I sound like Timmy Turner if he found meth. Normalize girls having guy friends. No, problem with that is that you want nice guys to be your friends, but send nights with intoxicated bullies that abuse your body. Oh my God, you think you're a nice guy? Are you referring to yourself? I can only assume this is somebody referring to themselves as the nice guy with how this is written. Because it's like, they're bullies, and us nice guys, we're finishing last. Once again, it's like, shut up. What woman would want to date a guy who's like, every other person you've dated is a bully and abused your body, and that's what you get? Like, fuck you. There's also no problem with being friends with an actual nice guy, like the way that they're like, you want to be friends with a nice guy, but you want a bully. It's like, okay, how the fuck does that affect you? Do you want to be your friend or not? If you don't, then keep moving. Don't be your friend. This is like giving such middle school of like, girls and guys can't be friends unless they want to. Like, move on. Be an adult. Have adult relationships. Your life is gonna be so much better when you start letting go of this mentality. When you start allowing yourself to form different connections that maybe you wouldn't have in high school. You're gonna have a much better time. Ugh, it's always the people that are like nice guys that are actually the worst. I know this isn't a hot take. This is something we've all figured out by now. Self-proclaimed nice guys are actually never nice. Like how I just like choked myself with it. They're never nice. And you can just tell by that last sentence, the way that's worded, it's very much giving victim blaming. Like, here's what people also tend to not understand. Like, these people typically will present themselves as super nice and super cool, and then you'll get into a relationship and that's when bad things start to happen. So this whole mentality of like, you just want a bully. It's like, he probably wasn't a bully when they started dating. Think for 2 seconds. Put down your handbook on how to be nice boy and just be nice boy. Women belong in the home, serving their husband and children. They don't belong in the workplace. It should be illegal for women to work outside the home. Obviously, this is a very hot take. This one is covered in cayenne pepper, roasting directly in the fire, food on fire, flames, hellfire. Hot take. But I think it's interesting how it says serving their children, because typically when you talk to like these trad wife, trad husband people, like traditional wife, traditional husband, that kind of like energy, they'll be like, children are beneath us. Husband first, wife serve husband, wife take care of children, but children beneath wife and husband. So the wording is just kind of silly funny, but I think they mean like wife do all for children because children not husband responsibility. Why husband have child and love child when wife can love child and husband can work and smoke cigar with fantasy football league while all jerking each other off? It should be illegal. Yeah, this is just the average fucking alpha male mentality of being like, let's strip women of their rights. It's nothing we haven't seen before, and it's nothing we won't see in the future. I mean, there's not much to say about it. Like, women are much more likely to go to college than men, but is that not seen as contributing to medical fields, to business fields, to the science field? Like, why is that not important? I don't know. Autonomy really exists and you should use it. I won. It's Adele with her Grammys. No, you didn't. It's a woman with her children. Look at that little fucker in the corner with their umbrella hat. Is that an elf? Did she birth a literal elf? I mean, if you're creating the next generation of wood elves and Lord of the Rings, then maybe you did win, but this just goes back to autonomy. Like, some people have different goals and dreams in life. Not everybody wants to have children and raise them and have that be what they do. Some people do want that. Some people want to do that while also having a career. Some people just want the career with no children. Like, it's really, this life is what you make of it and what you choose to put into it, and therefore what you get out of it. Like, it's not all about following these traditional gender roles isn't for everyone. And if this is self-fulfilling to you, then go have your kids. Go raise those tiny little gremlins. Enjoy your sticky iPads. Maple syrup spills all over your big toe. Totally your prerogative. But when you start shitting on other women for not following your idea of a great lifestyle, that's where we start to disconnect here. I suspect that postpartum depression is just a childlike woman's experience of being showered with attention for 9 months, then having to dote on a person who has stolen their spotlight. Then again, feel free to correct me. Do you not know how, no, clearly you don't know how taxing it is for a woman to not only carry a baby for 9 months, but then to deliver that baby or go through C-section? Because of all the attention they're getting. Are you leaving out all of the horrific parts of about pregnancy in there? Like, what that does to a woman's body? The sickness, the restriction. A lot of women feel like loss after having the baby because of the way that their body had been for so long. There's so many factors to it that we couldn't even possibly sit here and break down all of them, but there's just a couple. And you're gonna be like, it's because women are selfish and their spotlight's gone. Because what are women? Attention seekers, and that is all. That is their whole personality. No! They just carried a baby for 9 months, put their body through emotional turmoil, put their mind through emotional turmoil, then birthed that, or some even having a cesarean. Can you not even begin to grasp how that might emotionally affect somebody? What shocked me as an Aussie in Japan, I saw this TikTok. Oh, it's really bad. This women-only carriage is the last thing I would expect to be seeing in such a free country like Japan, and reminds me of something that I would see in a country with strict segregation rules. Japan was the last place I expected to see strict male-female segregation in public. There's an amazing woman on TikTok that responded to this, but she broke down that the reason those exist is for the safety of women in Japan. It's so people don't take pictures of them, spy on them, follow them out of their stops. It's to make them feel much more comfortable and safe. And this man in the video enters the women only carriage and rides it and makes them uncomfortable the whole time, because he's also doing what? Filming them. The exact thing that is like one of the reasons they have the segregated carriages. Like, they're not separating to oppress, they're separating for safety reasons. And you're just being the person who takes that away from those women. And then you turn around and you get mad at the separation when it exists for a reason that you are proving. It's just absolutely disgusting. There's no other way to put it. Should we just finish the video like this? Give a little Vic Fuentes moment. What every girl wants. Dad like him. Brother like him. Husband like him. No, you can't even convince yourselves that this is true. You can't even. I refuse to believe that a man could convince themselves that this is true from any scenario, or a woman. I really don't know who posted this. At the very least, when you look at Andrew Tate, he's somebody who believes that women deserve to be cheated on, deserve to be stuck in the kitchen, deserve to not have nearly as many rights as we do. He's a woman who's not clamoring for a man like that. Like, I understand that all the alpha males in the world have signed themselves up to the Andrew Tate experience because they live so deep in their misogyny that that's how they want the world to be. But I'm gonna tell you right now, the vast majority of women do not want that. There's even trad wives that would be like, that's a little too far. This is absolutely ridiculous. Also, give me a trigger warning for the second one next time. Brother like him. So I already have a brother like him, okay? I already fucking do. And trust me, I don't speak to him. Though I have a worse version of Ben Shapiro as a brother. And I'm not saying that as an exaggeration, I'm saying that as a fact. If you heard some of the things that has come out of this man's mouth. I haven't spoken to him in years. Why? Because we don't want brothers like him. So let's back up, reimagine what we might want, and go back to the drawing board. Thank you guys so much for watching. I truly appreciate it. If you want any of my socials, they'll be down in the description below. And with all that being said, who am I gonna take? What am I gonna take? Who's gonna come over here and end the video with me? Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Girls don't want Ben Shapiro as a brother. Girls want Buffy Summers as a girlfriend. Bye, guys.